Hello to all my fellow Commodores. I'm your host, Marisa, and welcome back to The Scoop, Vanderbilt University's premier entertainment news show. On today's episode, we've got Gabby rounding up all the Xbox Series and PS5 news. And of course, we can't forget Matthew, who's showing us a delicious dish that only requires 2 ingredients. But first, as always, let's kick it off with a dive into the world of pop culture. The newest season of The Bachelorette premiered a few weeks ago, and even though we've all become desensitized whenever Chris Harrison claims the most dramatic season ever in Bachelorette history, I wouldn't be so fast to disbelieve it this time. Claire Crawley, who originally appeared as a contestant on Juan Pablo's season, is ABC's oldest and first Bachelorette to quit the show after only 2 weeks of filming. She and Bachelorette contestant Dale fell in love early on, and as it was just released, are now engaged. But not to worry, ABC is bringing on Tasia from Colton's season as Claire's replacement. Will the current contestants like her? Will they even be able to move on from Claire? Stay tuned on Tuesday night to watch what actually might be the most dramatic season ever in all of Bachelorette history. In other trashy reality television news, former Real Housewives of New Jersey ex-husband Joe Giudice opens up about his new life in Italy after being deported following a 41-month stint in prison for various fraud charges, as well as another 7 months in an ICE detention center. Despite living through COVID-19 in Italy, Joe seems to be keeping busy with his latest business venture of selling wholesale couches as well as training as a professional boxer. In regards to familial matters, the father of 4 is looking forward to an upcoming visit from 2 of his 4 daughters, Gia and Melania. He claims that he still talks to their mother and his ex-wife, Teresa Giudice, on a daily basis, although he has accepted the end of their marriage. Don't worry though, there's still hope for love. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson are in fact back together. This comes after he was accused of cheating on the then pregnant star in 2018 and again a year later. Maybe Kardashian's change of heart was due to all the time spent together in quarantine, or maybe it was due to her desire for 2-year-old daughter True to have a stable and loving father in her life. Only time will tell whether Tristan has changed and is actually ready to be in a committed monogamous relationship. In other news and pop culture, let's take it to Matthew, who's demonstrating how to make the trending recipe of the week, the 2-ingredient mug cake.
Thanks so much. Yeah, this is the easiest recipe I will ever tell y'all about. It is only 2 ingredients. You have Oreos and you have the smallest little amount of milk. And you crush up the Oreos and you add milk until it makes a nice little paste. You put it in a mug. You put that mug in the microwave, bring it out, and you have a really, really fluffy but also sort of gooey mug cake. It is really tasty, and it is so easy. I swear you can do it at 3 a.m. if you want a little midnight snack, or you can do it if your friends come over and you have to figure out some sort of dessert after dinner or something. It is so easy. So here is absolutely everything that you will need to make this mug cake. I've got a thing to smash Oreos with. I've got a thing to mix Oreos with. And then I have milk and a bowl. And that is it. I'm just gonna whack the crap out of the Oreos in the bag until they become a powder. Once I have all the Oreos all crushed in the mug, I can add little tiny amounts of milk until it forms a paste, a lot like toothpaste. So I got it down to the right consistency, and then I add it to the microwave, put it in there for 90 seconds, and we are done. It took less than 4 minutes. It is it is a cake. It almost even like souffled, like it like rose in the mug itself. It is burning up hot, so I'm a little scared to eat it, but thank y'all so much for coming along this journey with me, and I now have the perfect dessert for whenever I want to just have some cake.
Wow, Matthew, I still can't believe that was only two ingredients. You should definitely drop some off to Gabby after she updates us with what's going on in gaming this week. Gabby, on to you.
In gaming news today, the Xbox Series X, S, and the PS5 are coming very soon, as in the next few days. So I'm here to give you the details on all three next-gen consoles because if you're like me, you're confused by all the news about them. First, the PS5. This console from Sony launches on November 12th, though pre-orders have been unavailable since September. There are two options for the PS5, the Standard Edition and the Digital Edition. The Standard requires you to buy games on discs like the previous generations, while the digital version requires no discs and lets you get your games from the PlayStation Store. The Standard Edition is $4.99 and the digital is $3.99, also both are really big and futuristic looking. The PS5 launch titles include Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Watch Dogs Legion. Next, the Xbox Series X and S. These are from Microsoft and they launched November 10th, with pre-orders similarly difficult to find. Obviously, there are also two options, the standard Series X and the smaller and cheaper Series S. The Series X is both digital and disc compatible. The Series S, stop me if this sounds familiar, does only digital games. The Series X costs $4.99 and the Series S costs $2.99. The launch titles for these two are Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Good luck finding one of these, and make sure you know what the real trade-offs between the standard and digital editions are before buying.
Thanks for the update, Gabby, and thank you to our fabulous audience for joining us today on The Scoop. Again, I'm your host, Marissa, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.